This call is being recorded.
Just throw the gun out the window.
I can't do that.
We're not going to bother you. We're going to let you go up there. Just throw it out the window, please. You're scaring everybody. OJ, you there? Nobody's going to hurt
This
you.
is for me.
Okay, it's for you. I know that, but do it for
This
your...
is for me, for me.
I
That's
know
all.
that. I know that, but do it for the kids too, will you?
No,
Think of your kids.
no.
Don't do it, OJ. It's going to work itself out. It's going to work. It's going to work. Don't throw it away, man. Come on. Just toss the gun. All right. Who is that out there? All right, just toss it, He's just trying to help. He's just trying to help, man. He's just trying to help. OJ, 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 OJ.
I guess we'll do it that way.
Yo,
Yo, here we are.
what's up?
Nothing. So here we are, John.
Here we are indeed.
I'm sick. I don't sound sick, but I am sick. You are sick and sound sick.
Oh no, it's true. Really?
No, I'm just kidding. You don't sound well though. Let's put it that way.
I got a little cold. Got a little summertime cold.
So basically, where we're at, we are sick and tired. We talk about that phrase a lot. We're both sick and tired. And this is all people are going to get this week. We're what, halfway through the total episode at this point?
It depends, up to you.
I think we should be maybe even more than halfway through. I'm freaking tired, man.
What's going on with you? You sound like you're in prison right now. Are you calling from prison?
Does this sound better?
Oh, now it sounds like slightly better cell phone in prison. Are you in a Ralph's? You're on a cell phone in a Ralph's parking lot?
Something like that. So, yeah, man. Well, I don't know. I spent like 12 hours editing yesterday and another 2 watching what is shaping up to be a new cut of Le Movie.
And how do you rate your excitement about this on a scale of 0 to 10?
Is this has kind of been through the ringer a few times level of excitement, or my naive, hopeful excitement?
Are you able to distinguish between the two now?
To some extent. I mean, I think my naive, conservative, tired of getting my face shoved in the mud level of excitement is like maybe a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10. But my naive, hopeless romantic level excitement is like an 8. You know?
Yeah. Well, did something happen in the last couple days that we don't know about?
Have we talked since we've talked since I completely restructured the movie.
Yeah, we have. And I thought
major restructure.
I thought seeing that you were on a good path.
I am still on said path.
Yeah.
Still feeling good about that path. I am continuing on that path. Now I'm adding some spice, like I got the skeleton there. I got the meat either on the bones or off, whichever, I don't know if we're eating this movie or building it.
True.
We're so let's go with let's go with the eating metaphor this time around. Effectively, I have now I've got a recipe in front. I know what I'm making. I don't like this freaking metaphor. It's good, man. It's good. I'm experimenting. I'm putting more music in. I'm playing around with different elements that are adding some spice to the project.
What's the hang up right now, Uncle Zay? For you, is it a personal thing?
I'm just tired, man.
Are you overworked? Do you need to take a step back from all this?
I think, well, I don't even know if I need to take a big step back. I'm at a point where I'm like, the rest of this process is it's all judgment calls, like it's all creative thinking and creative problem solving, and that's just not done well under obsessive compulsive conditions. So I'm trying to sort of, like I've said, I'm trying to feel the movement of of when I'm like, I will know when I need, today I was like, I'm going to crank this edit today, because I left the screening last night and I screened it just for Elizabeth, and me, I hadn't watched either. And I came away from it extremely encouraged.
What did she think?
She came away very excited.
Mm-hmm.
I have not shown anyone else a draft yet. And I think I'm at a point where, like, I don't really have any hangups. I know within certain senses, like, I know what I need to do to take it to the next level. And as the proverbs say, I was telling you this.
Yeah.
A wise man conceals knowledge. A fool proclaims the folly of his heart. And I am trying to be the prudent, wise guy who's like, I don't need affirmation from everybody. Sometimes you just got to trust the process. So right now I'm just sitting on this thing, and I'm trying to wait for the right ideas. I'm trying to wait, for certain problems. Like tomorrow, I have a feeling I'll feel a little better than today because I'm sick, and hopefully I won't be as sick tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to dive in and start fixing like little things. But there are a few sort of more like open-ended problems that I need to decide how to solve. And I'm kind of just, now that I feel like I've got the structure right, I'm kind of just giving myself the space I need to solve those problems away from the computer,
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, I think what'll probably happen is, like, Kelly's working a lot over the coming days. I'll probably end up doing a lot of editing, but I'm going to do it because I have ideas, not because I'm going to force myself. I've done plenty of sort of, there are times where you just got to power through. I've done a lot of powering through over the past few months, and it honestly has had mixed results.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm not on any tight deadlines. I'm ahead of schedule in a lot of ways. I was way behind, and now I sort of, I don't want to say solved anything, but I, I've made some progress, and I've bought myself some time. So now I'm going to take it. And I don't even know what that means yet. I'm just, let's put it this way. I'm not sitting in front of my computer right now.
You're in a Ralph's parking lot.
Exactly.
Well, we can leave
where
there.
I am. I'm very awkwardly sitting in a parking lot right by a playground, and I feel like I look like a major creep.
Yeah, this will definitely end in you getting pulled out of the car. Every time I see a video from out in Los Angeles, it's a car chase, and they always
Those happen a lot.
It's such a bizarre concept, dude. I don't think this exists up in the Northeast. I've certainly never seen it. It's like an LA thing. These long, drawn out car chases that end in a foot chase where the guy runs into the like Joanne's fabric with like 50 cups behind him. It's crazy.
What a travesty. Was that a thing before OJ?
I don't know.
Or is it a fad?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
I mean, the whole story of OJ, and it is, I mean, did you see OJ Made in America?
No.
Oh man, they should be showing it in like 9th grade history classes. I mean, it's kind of the history of America, dude. It's shocking. And Homer could not have written a better epic. It's so bizarre. On both sides, on every side. It's just a bizarre comedy of errors. But anyway,
and the Kardashians are involved, right?
Oh, of course they are. Everyone's involved. Corporate America, sports, the police system, the justice system, both police and judges, and like economics and education and racial relations. Like, it's all wrapped up into this bizarre American story. It's OJ Made in America, baby. That's the episode. Everybody just go watch OJ Made in America. It's an ESPN 30 for 30 series. It's a phenomenal documentary series. I'm claiming no credit for making all of these intellectual thematic connections, by the way. I'm just regurgitating the very thoughtful content of the show.
We'll watch
That's
it.
That's all I got.
We'll leave it there.
John, do you have any updates?
No updates.
Okay.
This update is my update.
This update coming to you from the parking lot outside of a children's playground in John's murder basement.
I'm hopped up on cold medicine in the basement.
Yeah, I drank about 19 gallons of NyQuil last night. I had a hard time getting up this morning.
Where do you want to be in 1 week?
Oh, so I would like to be at a point where I'm doing multiple sort of private screenings with small groups to kind of further refine in very specific ways. I mean, let's put it this way, dude. In a way, this is a big turning point, John. And I'm glad we're recording today, even though we're both sick and tired.
Yeah.
Because I kind of think that, next week, I think I will be testing this hypothesis. I will be stress testing what I'm about to say. But John, I think I'm finally kind of on the path towards picture locking this thing,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm not saying I know how close I am, but I do think that I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to be moving giant chunks of the movie around anymore. And I need to get some feedback from some people to decide if that's wishful thinking or wise. But the consensus so far among people who've seen this cut that I watched last night, which is me and Elizabeth, and people who saw even the cut before, is that we're getting on down the road. So it's exciting.
You feel good about it?
I do feel good. And I feel, I just feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, the things that are holding this thing back are getting smaller and smaller. And, like it's like the very first screening, everybody's like, what movie are you trying to make? And now I'm kind of to the point where I'm actually getting closer to that draft. Whether, oh geez, turning into a real episode. We got to wrap this up soon. Maybe we'll even do a midweek episode. But no, I'm just tired. My brain.
No, you're good. You're good.
I've been spending so much time in front of the computer that my eyes are having trouble focusing on anything like 6 feet further from, more than 4 feet from my face. Which is part of the reason I'm not in front of a computer right now.
Yeah.
But
let's leave it there. Let's leave it there.
Okay.
There's no point stressing it. Okay.
No, but I think in summary, we've made some major strides. And yeah, man, we're getting to the point where, the structure of the house, we're not going to be adding a lot of rooms anymore. Yeah. We're not going to be, like deciding, that we've kind of like started putting in some of the plumbing. The bathroom is where the bathroom's going to be, kind of. And it's now getting safe to start talking about paint colors and where we want outlets and stuff, like small stuff. Small stuff takes a while, but it's small.
Yeah.
So
that could be the most laborious part of building a house.
It absolutely can. And the same can be true of post in a movie. But I will say this, there's a lot less existential pondering that happens during that phase. You don't have to wonder, should this house be 4 bedrooms or 5? You just have already made that decision. You don't have to wonder anymore. You just live with it and make it nice. You
got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to do.
And so the screening you had with her, you thought it went well? She liked it?
Yeah, I still haven't totally debriefed with her, but I gotta say, dude, I haven't enjoyed watching the movie like that in a while, and I just felt the beats, man. It felt
that's good.
I really, really, really tried my hardest, my darndest, to watch it as if I hadn't made it, and to not give myself the benefit of the doubt about things that were off screen, and I try to just watch it with an open mind, and yeah, man, it just makes all the things that I only noticed because I knew about them etc. Like a lot of that stuff is just kind of coming to the forefront again because I'm giving you the key. Like I said, I'm giving you the key to sort of decipher the code, exactly. My jokes, my like just the whole thing of just like family being so important to Rufus, and like I realized like putting all the big drama right up front, like because I always was saying to everybody on set, I was like, hide the emotion, hide everything important, because that's what these people do. That's what these characters do. They're not comfortable with their emotions.
Right.
So they don't just come out and say it all. And so in a way, I think in a way, like the movie wasn't working because it was kind of starting small and building to these big blow-ups. And I think what I realized is that like the blow-ups are almost their own type of defense mechanisms for these characters. Therefore, the blow-ups are actually a red herring. Like, oh, we've had a big fight about this. The problem is solved now. And it's like, that I think is what people are starting to pick up on, is like, oh, the real problem that needs to be solved in this movie is not going to be solved by this big heart-to-heart. Like,
right.
It's going to be solved by a very little heart-to-heart that like packs a lot of weight because you understand the context. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's almost like it goes inward rather than it gets smaller and more intimate as the movie goes on, as opposed to bigger and more sort of flamboyant and rambunctious, which is exciting for me, man, because I think that's different than a lot of things that are out
there. Did you make any substantial changes from the last cut to the one that you just showed last night?
Substantial in the sense that the movie feels very, very different.
Yeah.
Not substantial in terms of moving things, but substantial in like there are just increasingly fewer things that sort of rip you out of the moment.
Right.
And so you're able to like do less guesswork and do less sort of negotiating with your subconscious about like what the movie is supposed to be, and you can kind of just go for a ride a little bit. Elizabeth said last night it feels more movie-like than it ever has.
Yeah.
And I think that's still like, dude, there's still no score, there's still no lots of other things, but it is, I can definitely say it is getting to the point where it is, where there's just like fewer moments where you're bored, or fewer moments where you're confused, or fewer moments where you think something chunky and awkward,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, in that way, it's significant. Like, meaning I've added some music. I've rebuilt scenes from a few scenes like completely from the ground up. Like, just went back to the coverage and was like, what do I have to work with? And just completely rebuilt a couple scenes, stuff like that. So
have you been working on your cuts and your intro titles and stuff? Your titles, I mean.
Oh yeah, I've been working on some titles. I'm introducing kind of a framing device to the movie that I think is going to be really interesting. And that's part of what's helping a lot, because I was sort of solving. Well, let's do a whole episode on that. Okay. I mean, I think there's a lot there. I've learned a lot from some stuff I've been watching, some stuff I've been reading. So I think it warrants a larger episode.
We'll talk about it next time. Sick. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to send it to you. I think you will be pleasantly surprised.
OJ, it's Tom again. How you doing?
Nothing. You just tell them at my house. I know they're all over the place with guns.
They're not going to do
let
it.
them know I'm not coming there to hurt any of them.
Okay, they know that. They don't want to hurt you.
You just let them all know. You let the police know. You let them all know I wasn't running.
I know you weren't running. I know you weren't running.
I was trying to go to Nicole's grave.
I know you weren't running.
Now
I know you weren't, man, but you got everybody scared.
Yeah.
You got us all scared with a gun, man.
And I'm sorry I made the police look bad by not showing up.
Hey, we don't care. That's not a problem. You know what the important thing is here? Is that you don't hurt everybody and break their hearts.
I'm not going to hurt anybody.
You're going to break somebody's heart is what you're going to do.
I know if I hurt somebody, I'm not going to hurt
anybody. And I'm talking your mother and I'm talking your kids. Don't do this. Listen, you've been a man all your life. You know, don't stop now, O.J. Don't give in now. Juice, don't give in now. You've been a man all your life. You're admired. Don't give it up. You're listening to me and you're thinking. I know you're thinking. You're tired too, aren't you? Huh?
I'm so tired.
I know.
I just want to be with Nicole.
You don't need to be with Nicole. You need to be with your family and with your kids. You don't need to be with Nicole. All right? That doesn't need to be done now. You need your kids, and your kids need you. Don't do this to them. You're hurting everybody, man. You're being selfish with your kids, man. Don't do it. Juice, come on. Just toss it. It's okay. Hey. No. Hey, man, don't. Don't. Juice. Juice, come on. Juice. You there? Up. Hey, pick it up, Juice. Juice. Juice, I'm still here. Juice. Juice, don't do it. Juice. Hey. Juice, pick it up. Pick it up. O.J., pick it up. Listen to him. O.J., listen to him. O.J., listen to him. Listen to him. Please, O.J., come on. Toss it.